Hi, I hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to jump on today and make a little bit of a longer video showing an entire face, including eyes. I don't have a whole lot going on today. Grayson and I are gonna go get his uniforms fitted and tailored. So, I wanna look put together. I still wanna look good, but I don't need to do anything too crazy to go out and do that with him today. So this is gonna be a longer video, but I am gonna do my entire face and eyes and kind of show you a couple of tips and tricks that I haven't done yet. So what I'm gonna be using is this palette here. So let me go through some of the colors really quick. I'm gonna be using, this is Linen, this is Candlelit. So this is gonna be my brightening, and then this is my highlight. Then I have Indigo that I'm gonna be using as my contour. I'm gonna use Bella Bronzer today as well. That's kind of an extra little bit that I'm gonna add. Sandstone Lip and Cheek, which is my all-time favorite. And then I'm gonna use the Rose Gold Illuminator. In addition to that, on the top of my, or the bottom of my palette, I'm gonna be using some different eyeshadows. So I'm gonna be using Cupcake here. And then this one is called Basic. This is Cocoa. This is Riviera. And then this is Graceland. So that's basically what I'm gonna be using today. I will be adding a couple other colors in and some eyeliners and mascara and such, but that's basically what I'm gonna be using. So let's jump right in. I'm gonna do the basic hack, the highlight and contour. You all have seen me do this before. So fast, so easy. So I'm gonna be using my Indigo, and I'm just gonna go and put that all the way around, everywhere that I want to have that more chiseled look. So I am gonna use Bella Bronzer kind of near the end of finishing my face up. If you want to use the Bella Bronzer instead of using the contour, you can totally do that. It's gonna give you a warmer look instead of a chiseled look. So the two are really interchangeable, just depending on what your preference is. My preference is to do the contour and then go back and add a little bit of bronzer just to give me a little bit of a warmer, glowy look. So the next thing I'm gonna use is Linen for my highlight. So I'm gonna do that here. It's my brightening highlight color. Down my nose. After I go down my nose with my brightening color, I like to go back and do a little bit of a contour as well. So I'm gonna put that there on each side. And you wanna make sure that it's a pretty thin line and pretty close together for that contour. You don't want it to be too thick or too far apart. I'm gonna go down a little bit more with the brightening. Okay, let's do some brightening under my eyes. And then I'm gonna go through and use Candlelit kind of all over the rest of my face, anywhere else that I want some coverage. I have rosacea, I have melasma, I have some acne scarring down on my chin. I need a lot of coverage. I don't worry too much, like I said, during the day when I'm just going out and just want to look put together, but definitely at nighttime I would use a little more just so I have more coverage and kind of glam it up a little bit. So Sandstone is gonna go on my cheeks. Again, my all-time favorite, lip and cheek. There are some really great lip and cheeks. Let me actually show you. I always use Sandstone because I like it the best, but here are some of the other colors for the lip and cheeks, and right here too. So there's some really awesome options for lip and cheeks, not just Sandstone. That's the one that I just tend to gravitate towards. It's my favorite, and I also like it because it does look good on my lips and on my cheeks. So I'm gonna put that on my lips now, actually. I had that on. I just love that color. Okay, so the next thing that I am gonna do is I am gonna take my 3D brush and I am going to start to do my contour. So kind of brush up and blend into my hairline. Squeeze your brush when you go down here and kind of just go around. We'll get our neck a little bit later, but we definitely wanna make sure we blend into our neck at the bottom so we don't have that weird line. We will come back to that. Let's see, let's squeeze here again. Get right there. And when you're doing your contour, you really want it to stop right at the edge of your eye. So that's kind of the area you're going for, is right below your cheekbone, stopping right at the edge of your eye. Okay, let's get this all blended in. Perfect. And then let's do the side of our nose. Squeeze the brush together and go down the side. Get that nice and Blend it in. Okay, and I'm gonna flip my brush over. I'm gonna use this side and I'm gonna start doing my brightening. And actually, as I'm doing some of my brightening, I'm gonna use this same color for my eyes, just to prime them a little bit. And it just makes the powder stick a little bit better if you put some of this on kind of as you're going through and doing your face. Okay. Get that blended in all nicely. All right, now we're going to blend in all of the candlelit color. All right, let's work a little bit on that blush now, and then we'll go add some of the bronzer in. You'll kind of see how it all comes together. So this is the sandstone. I'm blending it in now. And I just use the same brush for everything. It doesn't all get mixed together. I don't know how that happens, but it just doesn't. All right, looks like I know some spots here. Okay, so I'm not done, but I'm in a really good spot right now to add my Bella bronzer. So I'm gonna go back to my palette and get that out. So this one right here is the Bella bronzer. So I'm just gonna add that kind of right below my contour. Can't really see that very well. Hold on, let me get a little bit more. Right below my contour and right above my main highlight. Just again, to give me that glowy look. It kind of just marries everything together and just gives you a little bit more warmth. So I'm gonna put some of that right there as well. Okay, so let's get all of that blended in. You guys see the difference? Crazy. All right. Now I'm gonna go down and do my chin and my neck. Kind of make sure that they're all blends together really well. If I wanted to go back and cover this a little bit better, I could definitely go back and get some of that candlelit and dab that on in specific spots that, you know, maybe I want to have a little bit more coverage. And definitely go through and add that there. All right, I think we're pretty good for now. So that's my face. Now I'm gonna move on to my eyes. So I'm gonna switch brushes and I'm gonna be using this brush here. It's the eyeshadow brush, double-sided. And I already primed my eyes. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is just kind of put Cupcake. Let me show you Cupcake, that's this color right here. I'm gonna swirl into it and just kind of dust it all over, just to get my eyes ready for everything I'm gonna do. All right, now I am gonna go on to my next color right here. This one's called Basic, so I'm gonna swirl into that. And this is where you do the windshield wiper. Again, if you have hooded eyes, keep your eyes kind of open while you do it. That way you can make sure that you're getting the product actually in your crease where you'll see it. If you do it with your eyes closed, when you open your eyes, there'll be no product there. All right. Do one more little bit here. And then we'll move on to the next color. So the next color that I'm gonna put on right now is gonna be this one, and it's called Cocoa. So I'm gonna use this end of the brush. And I'm gonna just kind of set it here in the corner. And I'll come back and blend that in a little bit later. So right now it's just gonna kind of hang out in the corner there. A little bit up in the crease, in the corner. I'm almost making like a little V on the side. Okay. I know a lot of you know that my all-time favorite is Soulmate. I absolutely love that color, but I'm not going to use it today. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go back to my highlights, and I'm going to take my lightest highlight that I was using, Linen, and I'm just going to dab it right here. And what that's going to do is it's just going to make the color pop a little bit more when I put it on. I'm going to be using Riviera, which is my second favorite after Soulmate. So that one is right here, Riviera. And I'm going to put that on with my finger to really pack that color on. You guys see how pretty that is? Love this color too. Just gorgeous. We will clean all this up in just a minute, but there it is. And then I always like to add glitter. I'm a glitter girl. Graceland is gonna go on top of it all. Love that extra shine that the glitter adds. So there's the glitter. All right, now I'm just gonna go through and kind of clean everything up and blend it all in. So clean up my crease there, blend in the cocoa that I did on the side. Go to the other side and do the same thing, blend it all together and make sure it's all cleaned up. Perfect, there you go. I am gonna go back as well and just kind of clean up on the sides in case there's any fallout here. So we want that to look nice. Clean out underneath here in case there's fallout. I am gonna use an eyeliner underneath where I get lots of fallout, so I'll show you that in a minute. But that's that. Okay, I am gonna go and use the same color that I used in my crease, so that's this basic color. I'm gonna go right underneath here, and I'm gonna go all the way across on both sides with basic. And then I'm gonna actually go back and I'm gonna use cocoa, which is the darker color that I just used in the corners. And I'm just gonna do it right underneath here. Just adds a little something extra to your eyes and it's super easy. Same color, same brush. Just kind of, again, warms up your face. All right, so now I am gonna actually do my eyebrows. I like this color here, Trust, for my eyebrows. I actually just have an old Chanel brush that I use, just a plain eyebrow brush. It works well for my brows, and this color is amazing. This color looks fantastic on everybody. I swear this color is awesome. Just to get your eyebrows looking a little bit darker and a little bit more put together. There you go. We'll do the other side as well. All right. Okay, so we are almost done. I'm gonna do a couple of finishing touches. So that could be it. You could be done and go about your day. A couple of things that I'm gonna do just to kind of add a little bit more is I am going to put on some eyeliner. So I'm gonna do a tight line on the top of my eye. If my eyes get all crazy, that's because that's what I have to do to put it on. And I probably should have sharpened my pencil a little bit more before I did this. But I'm using just one size. I also have a NARS black liner that I absolutely love for this too. I kind of go back and forth, but this is just the one that I had here. So yes, my eyes look crazy, I'm sure, but I just tight line right on that water line on the top only. And I'll do that on both sides. Okay, so we've got that done. Then I'm gonna go in and I'm actually gonna use this one. I got this at Nordstrom. I think the brand is Sicily and it's like a nude color with sparkle. So earlier when I said I was gonna have some sparkle fall out, I get it from this. So I'm gonna go in and I'm actually gonna go, lost that eyelash there. I'm gonna go my bottom waterline. See that? See what a difference that makes? So easy, such a big difference. So I just put that right in my bottom waterline. Again, I usually have some fallout, so I like to go back and just kind of clean that up a little bit because I do have the glitter that comes out from that. All right, let me fix my lashes a little bit. You all know I do have lash extensions. I'm probably due for a fill, but I do have to make sure that I keep those looking the best that I can in between. So the last thing that I'm gonna do before I put some setting spray and powder on, which I'll show you guys, is I am gonna use a perfector, and I like to use this whenever I can. What I do is, it's really small when it shows up, and I run it underwater and I squeeze it as I'm running it under the water, and you run it under the water for a couple minutes, couple of seconds, probably 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And then I take a towel and I dry it off and I set it to the side. So by the time I'm ready to actually start doing my makeup, it's barely damp, and that's all we want. And then I just go through when I'm all done and I just remove any of the excess makeup. And this is something that is totally optional. You don't have to do it. I have found, however, that when I do this, my makeup looks more like a second skin. It looks more natural, and I have found that it lasts longer as well. So I do like to do this when I'm not in a hurry and I have a couple extra minutes. I will definitely go on and do that. So I love this as an extra add-on. Okay, so next I am actually going to use, I like this Airspun, and you can get this, it's like $6. You can get it at Target, Walgreens, kind of all those places. And it smells like your grandma. So just warning you, the scent is not very good. But if you want to just go on and do a loose powder, this is the one that I would recommend. I'm just using an old NARS brush that I had to put the powder on. Again, this is optional. A lot of times I like a dewy look, so I don't use this powder very often. But if I just kind of want everything to stay all day, again, I have some extra time, I'll go through and do just a quick powder. So really great product. All right, the last thing that I'm gonna do is just set with a setting spray. And the one that I'm using right now is Urban Decay All Nighter. I'm just gonna take that kind of spray. Usually do like a T and an X or something like that. Let it set for a second and I'm done. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.